You know what? Maybe if I would have came straight on to the millions, or they would have got all these fancy cars for me, maybe I wouldn't be able to reach out to the average youth right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I had this stuff planned when I was in prison. But you know when you come home, how people use that excuse, that this obstacle got in my way. So now I can't preach my message to these youth, to these children that need me.
People do you think is gonna be real salty after that documentary drop? It sounds like you got some stories.
It's gonna be a lot of people, but this is what I'm learning as I go along about the documentary. Because there's a lot of stuff about cash money, a lot of stuff that I plan to put in, I wanna put in there, but as I've spoken with some people higher up, they was like, you know, when you do a documentary, certain people, you gotta get permission to speak about them. Yeah. So I was like, okay, now I gotta tweak it, I gotta do this and that, but people gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna put no incriminating thing when somebody go to jail, because you know they already called me a rat and snitch, so I can't do that. You know, I got my shirt, you can call me, don't call me collect.
Don't call me, yeah.
Call me, don't call me collect.
Talk to him.
But it's gonna be interesting. Queen France and I are working on it. She went half with me, put the money up, because I wasn't gonna do that at all.
Shout out Queen Francis, yeah. Shout out Queen Francis.
Man, listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. When I first come on, they shot me straight to New Orleans. So I'm riding around and called my mother. And every call pay, I'm looking at it. I was like, boy, cars are gonna turn the way we turn. Cars are gonna go the way we going. I said, Mama, I hear what you're saying, man. I don't have a tool on me, you tripping. I'm just thinking about and I see these young boys, different corners and different hoods with stuff sticking out their shirt. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I say, they got foreign stuff now, the stuff I don't remember.
Yeah.
They ain't had when I was out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I ain't about to let the little boys. So I got on the phone, Birdman, he was like, why you down there? Get it from down there, city, you hooping and hiding on the phone. Like, so I had a female I had knew that lived out here in Texas. I was like, yo, let me use your address to come on out. So she was like, all right, you come on out. I said, but listen, I did 23 years and 10 months. I'm not coming home to you to be your man, but I need to come there and whatever happens. She said, all right, I respect, at least you telling me the truth, blah, blah, blah. But I wish we just get to the point where we touch each other. I said, oh, you a cute woman, I don't mind humping you, but you know, let me see, because I don't want to play them games with women, or I'm going to come on to you, and then I get out and it's all kind of, man, listen. Bro.
Don't send me back, goddammit.
Listen, man.
Don't send me back.
That's what I'm saying. They play them crackhead games, bro. And there's so much stuff out here, so I was like, man, I'm happy I ain't play with her like that. Yeah. But, yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Now, and I want to ask you, too, because, you know, even coming home and having a situation set up, Birdman, right? You told, you know, of course, you told everything that happened on Vlad as far as, you know, y'all relationship while you was in there and even getting out. But with what you have done with Hot Boys, with your story with New Orleans, do you feel like, even outside the document and everything else, do you feel like, you know, that you're owed more than what was even given, you know, even in your time as far as, you know, they took care of you, Slim took care of you. Do you feel like you in your mind, do you have a percentage of this? Like, I have a percentage of what all that was. I can't put the exact percentage, but I do have a percentage of what that is.
Real talk, bro, yeah. I feel like, this is what I feel. I feel that it should have been, and this is what he told me on the phone when I first got out, that I should have a couple of $1 million put up. You know, that's just, but then I look at this. I thank God that I'm home. And I was like, you know what? Maybe if I would have came straight on to the millions, or they would have got all these fancy cars for me, maybe I wouldn't be able to reach out to the average youth right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I had this stuff planned when I was in prison. But you know when you come home, how people use that excuse, that this obstacle got in my way. So now I can't preach my message to these youth, to these children that need me. So, but I feel that I should have gotten, you know, a nice big lump sum.
A couple millions is less than 1% of, you know, evaluated company of Cash Money Records.
Bro, listen, they'd have gave me 1 million, I'd have been happy.
I'm telling you.
1 million, man.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.